face.
Everyone.
B doesn't want to embarrass all the other ladies. She's like, let me not be
Queen
too
bee.
pretty.
Yeah. She's like,
We've got
she's so
amazing
beautiful. She just
women
going
on
to put us
here.
all to shame.
No, no way, Kat. You're all amazing.
Yeah, we need more wenches and less benches.
One day, B. One day.
That
One
saying.
day.
See, so to all our viewers, we give you money, we give you women. We might as well be Russian. Look, I actually look like a Russian today. Look.
You
Hello,
do.
my
You look
name
like
is-
a Russian gangster.
Yes, hello, my name is Russian. Yes, he's Russian gangster.
Your
Yes,
Russian
yes.
accent is a bit rusty.
Yeah, what you mean? He's
gotta
not.
start,
He's
like,
rusty,
you
not
know,
rusty.
Behaving like a Russian when you have to send Mandy upstairs, downstairs.
Yeah, downstairs.
I will run upstairs now. There will be problem, woman.
There will be problem.
You
Okay, so
sound
what are
like
we talking about today? Last week was cheesy toes and what?
Oh,
Yo.
socks with Crocs.
Socks and
Yeah.
Crocs, yeah. Yeah.
Where's
Mavis
Rob?
made me. Yeah, Rob and his Crocs. Mavis made me a boerewors flavored quesadilla. It was
Oh
nice.
my goodness.
How did that work?
I'm still burping boerewors
She
flavor.
used Miami sauce. Does that make it boerewors flavor for you?
Yes, very really nice, nice.
Yeah, it was
Alright,
He's like, what?
What
I
is
was gonna
that?
make quesadillas tonight, but actually,
B is like a, it's kind of like a sausage, a long sausage. and
Boerewors.
it twirls.
Farmer sausage.
It's a beef sausage.
Twirly.
Mavis, don't laugh, Mavis, don't laugh. That was not funny at all. This is a good
Mavis
show.
is covering her mouth.
B,
You,
could
you and Mavis.
could Mavis interest you in some farmer sausage relish? That's funny that it's called
Oh, good
boerewors
Lord.
farmer sausage. That's a
Oh,
direct
dear.
translation.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
It actually is. B. It's actually farmer sausage.
Sausage.
Okay, let me get this.
Yeah, it's
Is
very
that you?
nice.
No.
Can listen, we need Runa up here because
Is she
but I
feeling
mean
better?
Christie's, yeah. I don't know if Runa's feeling better. That's a good
Yeah,
question.
she was pretty sick yesterday.
Because we need like a nice Hispanic volunteer here so that they can make us Mexican food.
Okay,
Yeah,
so my
Christy loves
question
Mexican
is,
food.
Oh, she's
Oh,
still
Runa's still sick.
sick.
What's your question, Navi?
was the boerewors tasting quesadilla better than the one you had, the Mexican quesadilla than you had last time?
It's just as nice, just in a different way, you know. So this will be like a request in the future as well, like a boerewors quesadilla. So it's very nice, but I am still craving like a proper Mexican dish. I
You're
don't think we
craving that salsa that we don't
Yes.
get here. We
Yeah,
need a salsa recipe. Does Christy have a
Mhm.
salsa recipe, Kat?
Yes, she does a really nice salsa.
like
I
the
think
dance
that's
or the
our
food.
missing ingredient.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
But I'm
Runa and
talking about the
Sheka are
food.
going to visit us and cook some Mexican food.
Nice. I like
Oh
it.
yeah,
Oh, I like
Runa,
it a lot.
I mean, Runa even trapped a little Mexican in her body. She was an American with a little Mexican trapped in her body for 9 months. So I mean, she can cook. It's like I should be able to cook. Yeah, she says I did. I have been trapped in a woman's body, and my mom never apologized for trapping me there, not once. Just like threw me out in the world. I had to breathe this dirty air. What do you breathe in the womb? You don't really, eh? You just
You breathe through the
Amniotic fluid?
umbilical cord.
Mm.
yeah, Runa needs a few
She-
more lessons in Afrikaans. Yeah.
She
Yeah, what's
also
that, Amanda?
never apologized. Your mom also never apologized for dropping you off at school.
Yeah, no, I'm still upset about that. Yes, he dropped me off at school. Every day someone did that to me. Either they forced me to walk
mean-
there, or whose
How
idea
dare
was
they?
school? It's like we don't know what to do with our kids. I got an idea. Let's torture them for 12 years and then wonder why they're like all crazy, at the end of those 12 years. I'm so angry
We should
about that.
find out. We should find out whose idea it was to send kids to school.
It's the Greeks
Should
and
I
the
ask
Jews
Chat?
and the Arabs and whose idea was
Should
it
I-
to send us
Yeah,
to
see what it comes up with.
school? Buy a donkey? Yeah.
Yeah, by a donkey. It's exactly what you say.
Gee, Runa,
He's not even joking.
15 years, 2 years of preschool. Wow, look at that. Yeah, buy a donkey. That's buy a donkey. Yeah, that's how
Buy
you
a
say
donkey.
Afrikaans in English. Thank you. Woo! I slept most of the day today, so I think I might still be sleeping. I'm so glad the ladies. So, as women, I mean, B's a woman, right?
Yeah.
Last week on stage, did you feel like you were surrounded by a million drones again?
It kind of felt like that, but it was okay.
No, it was not. Stop being nice. I will be very vicious again on the sidelines if I see a bunch of dudes doing all the talking. I was just getting angrier and angrier the more the dudes are talking, and someone says, "Yeah, but they're nice guys." Like these nice guys are dime a dozen. It's hard work to get women up on the stage.
we were all chilled, B, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think Uncle Funk wanted us to talk more.
Hmm.
Well, you're appreciated,
There you go.
See what I did there, Mavis?
I see what you did there. And I'm the only one who know what you did there here.
Yeah, I'll teach them all at the wisdom session tomorrow as well. Like, so because that's the thing. Without Whammons, this vision is gonna fail.
About women.
The Whammons, yeah. B, have you ever seen anything succeed without women?
Oh, this is very true. Women are behind most of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Women actually, have to, give birth to most men. So
Exactly.
There
We
you
do
go.
all the hard
Can't do it
work, and
without
then
it.
We
yeah,
have to trap them.
yes.
we have to trap them for 9 months.
We're
I
so
love it.
Okay, so
invested.
yes.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, when you found me, right? What did I have?
Nothing. No, you didn't have nothing. Sorry, let me rephrase. A maroon old suitcase with some holy underpants,
Yes.
2 pairs of jeans that weren't looking great either, a beautiful puke green jersey. That was it.
And what would I have had now if I hadn't met you?
Less than that.
Many more holes in your clothes.
Exactly.
You did not look after yourself at all. Okay, are we ready to hear the early beginnings of scholarship?
Yes.
Okay. Ancient civilizations. Education began informally in families and communities in Egypt, Greece, and Rome. Wealthy families sometimes hired tutors while others learned trades through apprenticeship. So it all started with homeschooling. Can you believe it?
Mm.
Wow.
Religious schools in
Mm.
places like ancient Israel and early Christian monasteries, children were taught scripture and basic literacy. Similar traditions existed in Islamic madrasas and Buddhist monasteries. Okay, so homeschooling.
So it all
Well,
came from
these
homeschooling
days,
and it's all going back to homeschooling.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
a full circle.
well, these days your option is you do homeschooling or you send them to homoschooling.
That's woke. Oh no, Andrew.
I mean, I mean, this could be maybe that's the plan, so that nobody breeds anymore. Yeah, I'm red in the face. B's like, oh dear.
He put his foot in his mouth again.
No dear. Runa? I mean, like, you're like lucky if you get your young man back and he still thinks he's a dude. he's like running around with a JJ hat and stuff. And he wants to speak to the manager. So B, did you go to a traditional school?
I did. But you know,
And
there's a lot of people now definitely have gone back to whole homeschooling because it just doesn't make sense. It's not what it used to be.
No.
well, it was
You're right.
terrible, even what it used to be.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But you can't
Yeah,
send your kids
uh,
to Rome and not expect them to become Romans. So it's like
Mhm.
you gotta
yeah.
you gotta make sure the influence around your family and your kids are, is positive and right.
Mhm.
Otherwise, they're spending more time at school than they are spending around anybody else. So it's a danger zone.
Well,
True. It's
I
true.
mean, look, I mean, I'm super creative, so there's already the danger of me, swinging the bat for multiple teams, So, like as a kid. Now, I can imagine if I was sent to schools like that. Jacques says UK schools are the worst.
Mm.
What if you raise warriors? They go change like the warriors with an O, like they worry about everything, or was that intentional? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, look, schools will always be the propaganda machine for the government. It's the
For
power
the
of the air.
system.
Mm.
The system.
But I mean, your school
To
seemed to
control
go
the
okay,
masses.
Lovey.
If you
Lovey,
raise
I mean,
warriors.
you came out of school and you got very good taste. You married me. You're fun to look at. So, did all the Unisi girls turn out like that, or is it because you bunked so much?
I had to escape the system as often as possible.
Go tell them about
Our-
your naughty childhood.
Well, let's start. No, I won't tell them about my naughty childhood. I'll tell them about the bullies that some of the teachers were towards me. I mean,
Oh yeah.
I was a very well-behaved young lady, and I was branded as my sister's younger sister. And she was rebellious. And the one day a teacher stopped her. She was walking to my grandmother's house, which is the opposite direction from the school. And a teacher stopped her and told her, "Get in this car immediately. You're coming with me to school." Her answer was, "Sorry, my mother told me not to get into the car with strangers." So that teacher really loved my family after that, and she made sure the whole class could have forgotten their books, but I would be singled out and chased out of the classroom for forgetting my book.
I can imagine B being a teacher's pet.
I think I was when I was younger, and then things change, and you realize everyone is not treated fairly. And that's what you're talking about, Mrs. Funk, aren't you? You're talking about, the unfairness and sort of grouping people together and singling people out, and it's just not on.
Yeah, but on in the same breath, there was, so after being chased out and crying on the balcony, I had this teacher who came and consoled me, a different teacher, obviously, and I told her what happened, and she consoled me, and she was actually a Christian. So I experienced both sides of either someone being totally mean and breaking you down, and then someone building you up and loving on you the way it's supposed to be. And so there was two sides to that story, but it's not nice to be casted under the same shadow just because you come from the same family. But many kids are broken down by teachers. Teachers get frustrated, irritated, angry, which can happen to any of us. I mean, can happen with us to our own kids. However, they're not in control most of the time. They don't have the maturity that they're supposed to have as teachers. I'm now also speaking generally. Obviously, you get good teachers too, but it's quite a generalization.
But it is
Rafiki
true.
says he also got consoled at 16. He got a Nintendo console.
Who said that?
Rafiki. Lax says, my teachers didn't like that I never paid attention but was able to pass classes with flying colors. That's Mavis as well. Mavis never had to study anything because she didn't even have to look at the books. She could just read the question and read, oh, that's easy. No, yes. I've got a question for.
Can you believe it?
Hey, what's that? You were?
I was a very slow learner. I was not a very, very slow learner, but I was slow. It took me time.
Jesus is watching. You can't be lying here on my show. This is the Funk Show. You can't lie and pretend, I was a slow learner. We all know how clever you really are. Well, I've got a question. You would catch up. Yeah, because you were like in university while you were in grade 2. Yeah, we know what's going on here. So I've got a question for Runa and Christy, because Runa can type her question while Christy answers it. So Runa and Christy, how many different schools were you guys expelled out of, and why did you beat up the teachers?
Do I come across like someone who's expelled from schools and beat up teachers? Look at this smile. I didn't do anything bad. I was a good kid.
I can imagine you and Runa, like a teacher telling you to do your homework and you just say no.
Oh no, if a teacher said do your homework, I did my homework. I was
a good girl.
I was good. No, listen, my life was threatened by my parents that I had to make A's. B's were not acceptable in our family at all. If you got a B, Asian. It was, why didn't you study? You're not stupid. What's your problem? And so you had to make straight A's and you had to be good in athletics. That was the rule in our family.
So you're Asian.
Basically.
Runa's funny and she says, I suspended once because I wouldn't tell on a friend. Snitches get stitches. What the hell? Was that
Snitches
like
do get stitches?
Yeah. No, I also never snitched her. Never. like you kind of weigh the consequences. If it's a smack on the bum, then you say, "Oh no, it was me." If it's suspension, no, I didn't see anything. You just like,
Yeah.
But I think
My
you-
senior
yeah,
year
no?
of high school, I had where you could actually like, what was it called? You could go into like one of your classes, you could go in and help a teacher, like a teacher's aide. And somehow I got paired with the vice principal. And my senior year of high school, I was in Tennessee, where they still, you could paddle the kids. Like the parents could sign a thing, like if your kids got in trouble, they could paddle the kids. And so our vice principal was the one who paddled the kids. So during my class period, she would send me around to go get all the bad kids so she could paddle them. And
Oh,
so
my
I
word.
would walk into the classroom and go, "Excuse me, Miss So-and-so, needs you." And like it became funny because they like knew as soon as they saw me during that class period, like they knew that they were getting a whooping, like
You
by the teacher, by the vice principal. And I would go,
Corroborator.
and I would be like, "I'm so sorry, I can't help you with this. Like I can't get you out of this one." But I'd always go, "What'd you do?" Like I wanted to know how bad how bad did you need to act to be able to get spanking by the vice principal? It was the weirdest thing ever. And I was just like, why am I the person getting all of these bad kids to come in now? And I feel like, the henchman.
And I'm pretty sure they didn't like you that much, did they?
You're
No,
like
I was
the
very
sheriff.
cheerful and nice to them. So I would make them laugh on the way there and we would have a good talk. And then I'd be like, "So sorry about this, but I hope you enjoy your time."
I want to know how many people cat shivved in the playground. How many snitches did you
Oh.
shiv?
Snitches, did you shit?
No, I just once somebody was bullying my brother, and I went and kicked him in the shins. No, I didn't.
Ooh, I've
I
gotten my
didn't
brother
do-
into fights before because I would run my mouth.
I got in trouble because I think I kicked his shins, and then I might have kicked something else, and then he went and cried, and then
I gave
You
I
might
got
have.
so many
I
nails.
got
He's
in trouble.
probably still
because my
crying now.
bro- I got in trouble
That's very
because I was being the protector, which I thought was very unfair at the time.
That is unfair.
But obviously, I was his younger sister, and he obviously got like laughed at by all his mates,
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah.
So I get it now, but I didn't then.
I would get yelled at by my brother because he would tell me, he'd be like, "Christy, stop putting me in these positions where I have to beat people up."
So Runa says, I'm assuming he's a teacher, says he tried to say I did it, and I told him I did not. That not all black people are the same person. That's not true. I mean, all the black people I know are exactly the same person. I just call everybody by the same name. I'm like, then, and he said, "Then tell me who did it." And I said, "No, I tell you that." I mean, obviously, all white people are the same person. All black. I mean, everybody from America knows somebody that you know. So, Christy, have you met George Peterson?
Yep. I've met two of them. No, I don't know if I've actually ever met a George Peterson. We all met a John Smith.
They're like, "Oh, you live in South Africa. Have you met so and so?" And you're like, "Wow,
It's funny.
No, America's awesome because all the Mexicans are called Jesus. So you just shout into the air, "Hey, Jesus!" And then all the Hispanics are like, "Yo!" Like, it's like, yeah, in South Africa, we're all we're all racist arms dealers.
Everyone's corrupt in South Africa.
Have you checked in the movies? Like all the South African guys, they all talk like this, eh? How's it? How are you doing, eh? How's it? Hi, my name's Gervis, eh? Hello, eh? I'm a racist and I'm an arms dealer. Yeah, the British are colonials. B, when last did you colonize anything?
I mean, I'm colonizing all the time.
Yeah, because you're a bee.
She's the queen bee.
Yes, she's pollinating and colonizing.
Pollinating and colonizing.
I'm colonizing you at the moment.
Colonoscopizing.
That's
I mean,
something
everybody knows what she
entirely
does for a living. Passive colonization. Yeah.
We take
Lovey,
it
you
over
know
the
that
page.
you know what B does for a living, right?
Yeah,
What?
Yeah.
she's a physiotherapist.
Oh, now you're putting all things together as one word.
Go on, Funky. You're itching to say it. Go on.
No, Kat, you know what she does, right?
I haven't heard this one yet.
No,
Oh, you will. You will.
no, Mandy just said it. She just said it as if it was all like one word. On her office, it says physio, the rapist.
How? No.
Oh dear.
That's not very nice.
No, it's not. If I get physio, I want to consent.
Explaining feet. Oh dear. Okay, so Uncle Funk,
Yes.
you know, out of these like 600 or so people who are watching Arena,
Yes.
are most of like there's only like 10 to 20 people commenting. Are they real?
The people who are commenting. I don't know if the people who are
No,
commenting
the
are
people
real.
who are watching.
Look, what we've got here is probably about 200 to 300 bots, about 100 Nigerians, 200
He says we
Pakistanis
are
and
bots.
Indians. Can't understand a word we're saying. A whole bunch of people who don't even have the audio on. Just hope we're going to tip them.
To be fair, I've been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bot
And the
lives
reason,
matter.
yeah. Yeah.
I
Bot
get
lives
to
matter.
update
Yeah.
and refresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this what bot lives matter. I've got that on there. Yeah.
I love bots. Look, I'm going to be a corroborator. Everybody just better know that when the AI takes over, I'm going to snitch you all. I'm going to wear my little Gestapo outfit. Just run around.
My big bots and I cannot laugh.
The bots can't
I
deny.
Okay,
Oh no.
What does Seth's
No, no.
Gestapo outfit look like?
I knew you'd go there. I'm just gonna have a little moustache, not like a moustache, but like a smallish one, and then I'm gonna have like those gray
And so-
pants that are short, and then the gray shirt.
No,
short, and
Gustavus
blue.
doesn't curl.
Oh.
It's straight. You know who he's talking about. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk around and say, I'm gonna sit down in your house, and then you're obviously hiding people away under your floorboards, and then I'm gonna be like, I can smell the people you are hiding underneath the floorboards.
Mexican food and honey. There must be a bee and a Christie.
Hello, Clarice.
Yes, you draw from many different movies.
I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, it's gonna be like people are gonna say, "Are you a racist?" I'm gonna say, "No, I dislike everybody equally." I will turn you all in. The people say, "Do you have no humanity? They're putting women and children into cages." They are putting men in there too. Not only women and children. Look, there goes your husband and son now.
I'd like to formally apologize to all the viewers who are listening and do understand what he's saying.
Yes. We apologize. This is the announcement.
B, are you going to be a corroborator for the AI overlords, or are you going to be part of the rebellion?
I'm just going to colonize both groups.
Win-win. So you're going to be an undercover double agent.
I'm going to be a secret agent like Mushy. Mushy and I are going to be secret agents.
Yes.
Mushy.
Lax says you're going to colonize and pollinize.
Yes, he knows.
Well, I mean, you could literally have drones, eh? Like with the AI things. I just have to go do something. Talk amongst yourselves.
Now we're all like,
what do we
is
do?
it going to be a fart? A bird?
Turn
Is
off
it
your
eating?
volume if
Different?
you don't want us to hear you.
That's very
Turn
good
off your
advice.
mic.
Is he eating his little snacks? Like, what shall it be?
I think it's going to pitch up here some through my door.
Listen,
Probably.
Rafiki says it was a snicker poop.
Maybe.
Watch.
There he is.
I'm in I knew it.
Look out!
I'm not joining.
Jason, you're
That
just in time.
Not part of the arrangement.
How about a dance, babe?
No. I'm not doing it.
What have I just walked into?
I mean, Jason, listen, I'm sorry. All we can do is apologize in advance.
He said, I have to go and do something. And then when he left, I said, I suggest you turn off your mic. You don't want us to hear you. And then I was like, oh my goodness, I think he might be arriving through my door any moment.
He was quick.
And
He was quick. We didn't know what it could be, Jason. We thought it could be a fart. It could be he was snacking. He could, he could have left to go make a phone call. We didn't know, but then he turned up there.
It seemed quite urgent when he excused himself.
It was very urgent.
And quite rude.
He's back.
He's back.
And now he's doing the little, okay. There, okay, he's wobbling his butt. He's wiggling, there's the butt dance. And there he goes. Will he be back? I'm not sure. Nobody knows.
Well, he can hear every word we're saying, so let's not encourage him.
Look, Chase's Mr. Funk around. Where will we see him? Which room is he coming to now?
It's only that one or that one.
It's true.
Imagine if I rock up there behind Kat and Christy.
Wall, so that was crazy.
And Mavis and Jason, like we're all actually in one building pretending to be in 20 different buildings.
Exactly.
Behind Jason, like. Hey, I found Sprite here. I didn't know we had Sprite.
I can make that happen, Andrew. I can make that happen. How do I make that happen?
Come on, get those creative juices flowing.
I don't know.
It sounded like I think he was opening up the Sprite.
He found my Sprite.
We heard that.
Yeah, we heard that. Look, Jason, not Rob, left.
Oh, look, you blew him out of there.
I'm colonizing the Sprite as we speak.
It's okay, come back.
Maybe it's just laughs the whole time. I've realized that.
Everything that's going on here.
We're like, what is happening? We don't even know where Rev is. We could just hear him farting in the background, and Jason just left. He just got offended.
Now he's coming back with with Andrew appearing behind him, remember?
Behind him.
And maybe Jason will dance with me. Mandy didn't want to dance. There's Eliska.
Yeah.
Eliska.
Yeah.
Can't see her either.
Is she on Arena or on Facebook?
She commented on Facebook.
Hi,
Hi.
Hi, Liska.
Bless you.
In your ministry.
Rafiki's like, what kind of wizardry is this? Unk is not here nor there.
Jason's
Oh,
not Rob is
Jason, not
back.
Rob is back. Who's behind him? Who shall it be?
Yeah, I just want to apologize to everybody that Mandy didn't want to dance with me. Because the problem is, right now, you know, there's a particular view that she's okay with everyone seeing. If she had to go and dance with me, there'd be an entire view for everybody to see. And I don't know, because it would just be too much for people to handle. It would be like, how's an ugly guy like that get a woman that looks like that? Good Lord, man.
No,
Solid
that's
question.
why I'm so glad he met his match.
But I mean, Lovey,
Yeah.
you've seen the B that we used B as the body model for the in-game chick that we walked behind the whole time. Did you know that?
B butt.
I did not know that. But I do know that you had to do some changing, morphing of set butt because it was too sexy. So B, hats off to you. They even tried putting a covering over the butt.
Yeah, I lost that battle. Oh man, we've only got 13 more minutes, and then you guys will all be invisible, listening to some other dudes talk for an hour while you just sit there holding your phone.
No, tonight Mavis is going to speak for an hour.
Oh,
You ready,
no.
Mavis?
I mean, to be fair, Kat and I can talk for a solid hour and not take a breath. We're really good
Okay.
at like.
Okay, we'll leave it up to you then.
yes, yes. Thank
No.
you for volunteering.
Mavis and I don't
I didn't
mind.
volunteer. I just stated facts.
B and Runa. Runa doesn't want to come on stage. She's like pretending to be sick because she doesn't want to. I've been outing a lot of information. As a man who was trapped in a woman's body for 9 months, I know a lot about being a woman. A lot.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, well,
It's
see the belly
impressive.
button. Well, you know the belly button there. The belly button's a little hatch. And only usually the little girls in the belly know about that hatch. But I ate my twin sister. And she gave me inside info before I digested her. So she told me about the hatch. And women don't want you to know about the hatch, boys. That little belly button can open and you can get a listening device out there and a little periscope. Then you can know exactly what's going on. So I know certain things. Like number one, I don't know if B wants to come out with it, but B, why do women prefer taller men?
I thought I heard the other day that it's because we really enjoy the nose hair.
What do you mean heard?
Yeah.
Now you
We
want to
wanna look
say
up the nostrils.
It's a rumor. It's a rumor. Nostrils.
Dave, see, Aruna confirmed this and B confirmed it when we were off air. I said, okay, no one's listening now. Just and so ladies, we know what's going on here. That's why short men, if you want to get a taller woman, just grow longer nostril hairs because women love nostril hairs. Like,
I love taking a pair of scissors and putting it to those nostrils.
Scissors, you mean tweezers?
Take a pair of tweezers. You'll see how manly they
One by
really are.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. In our early marriage, when I used to get annoyed with Jacques, I'd wait for him to fall asleep, and then I'd take a pair of tweezers and pick out one of his beard hairs. I did. Ask him.
I
We used
get
to
annoyed
laugh.
and do that.
So mean.
Yo.
Good times. And he'd be like, "Oh, what was that?" I'd be like, "What?"
Well, it's better than waking up with like your toe or
That's
something
evil.
missing.
That is
Okay.
years. At least not when
Okay.
he's sleeping. Now, just do it when he's awake.
Well, I mean, B eats us with the allegedly over here, and then Mandy tries to cover because she's seen I'm taller than Mandy, so I see her like staring up my nose often, and I'm like, yes.
Okay, but if
That
that's
nose
the
hair's just for
truth,
you, babe.
if that's the truth, it has to be a combination between
Yeah.
the nose hairs and the
Yeah.
covered lip. The
The
covered
covered
lip.
lip.
The lip you
But,
cannot see or feel
they
when you
blend
kiss.
into one.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's true. They do blend into one. You don't know where the nose hair stops, the
Mhm.
And the
mustache
mustache begins.
Very
begins.
sexy.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's
yep.
the never
And
ending.
or where the
Yeah.
lips are anymore. Or where
Oh,
the
so
lips
he's really
are
gonna
anymore.
pout like this.
Yeah.
Gotta do it
See,
like a real pout.
if a guy is short, he just has to grow nice long
Yes.
nose hair, and then the chick. I mean, like,
Yeah.
you know, Christy is a tall woman, and she's looking for a man. I'll tell you now, like, I'm always, guys, where are your nostril hairs? You're not gonna draw Christy's attention with that female-looking nostril of yours. You look like you. A woman wants braids hanging out of there, bro. Hey, little guy, sort out, like, grow long nostril hairs. But okay, you wanna dispute that? I mean, see these chicks when we're not live anymore. Hey, there's Annery. Hello, Annery.
No,
So-
sorry.
Yes. When we're not live anymore, they're gonna. How did you know? You know. Okay. Next up. You just see all that expression. I'm onto you. When I was trapped in a woman's body, I found out everything. B, come
Okay.
clean about why women go to the toilet as a team.
Oh god.
Jason, you know this one.
And I wish I didn't.
What do you mean
I wish
asking
I
Jason?
did. I wish I did.
Jason, why do women go to the
do
bathroom
know.
together? Tell us. Tell us our secrets.
Go on. Check it, Runa. She's like, shh. Yeah, because she confirmed this.
What did
Oh,
Runa say? What did
I
Runa
want to hear
say?
this.
Huh?
I am saying nothing.
He's going to explain it.
Answer.
Runa's
I
hitting
have
us
a
with
better
that.
question. Why do men go to the bathroom together?
We
Yeah.
don't go to the bathroom
You
together.
do.
What are you
I've
talking
never
You
seen
do.
men go to the bathroom together.
about? Who have
They
you been
do.
hanging out with, Lovey? Have you been in the creative industry?
Yes.
Yeah, those are not men going to the bathroom together.
I'll have
Okay,
you know
B.
that in the toilets, that is where the International Council of Women gather.
We
Yes.
know.
It's the secret meetings. It's where they're held. We talk about very serious things, like
Yep, he's going to
how
tell
the
you what.
eyeliner is rolling down your cheeks, like what color. It's like very, very
If your
important.
lipstick is off and you
Very
need to put
important.
more
And
lipstick on.
archaeology.
Yeah, you need,
Rafik is right.
you know-
You guys discuss quantum mechanics, existential nightmares, and archaeology.
And how we are going to trap men in women's bodies for 9 months. That's what we discussed.
Exactly. Can't be. You have to come clean here. Be honest.
Well, they said it. It's like a secret society.
No. When
It's like the
It's like-
skulls.
we're going to the loo. And then they're like, all like, okay, I'll come with you. We know what's going on. Okay, this is what I found out. Men, you must listen now because these women aren't going to come clean. They're just going to sit here and lie.
I apologize for what you're about to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, not Rob.
Jason, not Rob. Society paralysis meat on a stick. A society. Okay. Right. Kat, Christy, are you guys listening? Right. So this is the inside information. Women can't fart in public. Right. Or rather, women don't fart, they toot, evidently. It's called tooting. For ladies.
No, they fluff. They fluff. That is what I was told as a child. Girls do not fart, they fluff.
No, toot. Toot. Okay. Right. So
proceed.
What toot is probably the British version of fluff.
Now, hang on. This okay. So you're in the presence of mega heathens now. Some words mean different things to what you think they mean. Okay. So we're gonna go with toot. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. So
good call.
Now. Yeah. Toot. Everybody say toot.
Toot, toot, toot.
Isn't a toot a toot?
What? Yeah. Right. So ladies they're supposed to be proper, They are seen. Look there, Runa says toot toot all aboard. Exactly. So they've kind of got to store up the fart, right? It's because you can't just at a table, I mean, Anne-Marie knows this. You can't just at a table lift your leg like a guy would and go, anybody want my opinion on the matter? Guys are disgusting. Ladies are sugar and spice and all things nice. So this is what happens. The ladies say, "Oh, I'm just going to go and powder my nose." And the other one's like, "Yes, let me come with you." And off they go, like, all cute and butterflies everywhere. Look there, you see like bee with their little yellow bees in her hair, and they're like, la la la, and they swish their little tushies as they walk away, and all the guys are like, "Yeah, man, yeah, very nice. I hate her when she goes, but I love to see her leave." Like the whole thing. And then the ladies get around the corner. And then now there's a reason that the door on a ladies' room is usually so thick, and it makes like that vacuum sealing sound when it closes.
Yeah. I'm still with you.
Yeah. They
keep going.
Sprinkles and rainbows. Yeah. So now they usually leave a lookout with a little radio. 569, one of those little radios, and then they look to the left and the right. Yeah, and then they say, "Okay, coast is clear." And then inside that bathroom, that fart that has been held up the entire day, the toot is about to become a guac.
A toot fest.
Then earthquake measuring instrumentation goes off it's like Richter scale issues, that kind of thing. Because then those chicks can just let loose in that bathroom, and that's like wild. That's tsunamis.
What the imagination.
This is wild discussions. No idea.
Every Tuesday.
She has no idea.
Oh no, it's 8:00. Well, now that your secret's out.
Oh well.
It's time for you guys to go jump up on stage.
We do not agree with or deny set allegations.
We can neither confirm nor deny the allegations upon this. We will meet in our secret society meetings, and we shall proceed with caution.
Yeah, you just got to make sure that it isn't a little dude peeking out of your belly button, you know, when they're trapped in there. Like if you know it's a boy, maybe I would advise a little bit of duct tape over the belly button so they can't peek out there, you know. Like just a little strip of duct tape. That's all, you know.
Yes.
Because the
Wisdom
belly button
right there.
trap
Okay.
door, it's only
I
for
don't
little
want to be
girls.
late. We
Love
have
you.
to
Bye.
go. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Enjoy the stage, ladies.
The Toot Patrol is signing off. Good night. Good night.
Anari says, just remember, it's never about the first kiss. It's about the first toot. And see, Jason, I know what's going on, dude.
Pure romance.
Right, so now we've got to go and listen to these things. Oh, I don't have to speak, so I don't need my phone. This is wonderful. Meowvis, you're supposed to be on stage. What you doing here? Let's remove Meowvis over there.
Oh,
See my name.
wow.
Chases Mrs. Funk around.
Yes.
Right, let me. Now I've got to find the thingy. The thingy's over here. X. Boxburg business. Yeah. Sure. That's funny.
Oh, wow.
Let's see, reposted posts, all that kind of thing. Where's I was trying to find Senior Choice being live. Is he live? Yes, he is.
Yep.
Over there. Start listening. The standard can't hear the music at the beginning of last place. Yeah. All right, everybody, we're going to now share the screen. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Able to play music on on the spaces and stages and stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so they're just starting. People climbing up on stage there. Let me vaccinate everybody on Arena Social. What's... I'm being a useful idiot. Let's go.
Joshua, thank you so much for the beats.
Joshua, thank you so much for the beat. Appreciate the big time, brother.
I can
Best beats in the
hear it on your speaker there.
Alrighty, fam. We're getting started. It's Tuesday again. It's time for Play to Change. Today, I want the mic to be on our amazing ladies. I see Mavis up in the stage and back, Christy, Wabi Sabi. So while we get Warrior Cat and Mrs. Funk up here, I'm gonna be passing you ladies the mic. I think that we prepare for this. I want to make sure that we get into as many details as possible. I want to put the spotlight on you guys, girls, because you girls are the heart of our projects, the heart of our community, and you are the force IRL in South Africa, changing lives daily. So you're all the reason we continue rallying, the reason behind the project of the story, the very lore of the game is about keeping them girls safe. And this is what you've been doing best. So let's start with some longer than usual introductions because I want you to go into details about who you are, where's your background, and what got you to get to that point where you joined the NGO and what skills you're bringing to the table. So get as personal as you can or as you feel comfortable with sharing. But yes, maybe I'll honor the fact that you were the first one on the stage. So I'm going to pass it to you for you to let the world know who you are, what you've been about, and yeah, just a little bit about your background or as much as you want to share.
Hello. I'm literally laughing because I was really hoping you were not going to pick me first. Anyway, thank you so much, Sage Choice. It's such an honor to be here. Lovely to be here always. Mr. Consul, everybody who's a speaker, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the audience, the listeners. It's such an honor. It's lovely. It's always lovely to be here on this space. So I am Mavis. I'm not going to say my age. My history, I am a mother of three girls, three beautiful girls. And I am a chef. I love cooking. I love food. I am part of the Operation Safe Place NGO. I am a social media liaison. I am a mother to some of the kids, most of the kids. I am a friend to some of the kids as well. I used to be a waitress. I grew up in Zimbabwe. And I am a missionary in South Africa, part of the Operation Safe Place team. Is there more do you want me to go on, Sage Choice, or is this good?
You're doing great, Mavis. I'm loving it. You're showing us your different skills. For me, I love the fact that you started mentioning that you're a mother of three because it takes the skills of a mother, to look after so many kids. Like you're really doing a great job, and the fact that you even the last space you mentioned that you can not just prepare food from where you are from, but international food, man. I am in for a treat, and I can't wait until we all gather together, IRL, on Paris, South Africa, to taste what you've been cooking. But yes, maybe this is amazing. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit more about you. I'm not gonna ask you about your age, but you look super young. So yeah, just thank you for being here, for your commitment every week. It's amazing having you. I'm gonna continue going around the mic before we go with Christy. I'm gonna pass it to Mrs. Funk. Feel like we need to hear more about her story and what she's been up to. I think that she's the one that started this journey with the NGO, and then with Uncle Funk Andrew. Then people started rallying with them. But Amanda, the stage is yours. We want you to hold the mic for as long as you can. Don't be ashamed of feeling like you're on a monologue. We need to hear your voice. We need to know who you are, what you've been about, like your background, your studies, every skill that you learned through life that got you to where you are now.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, so I'll start by saying I'm actually an ambivert, which means I'm not an extrovert. So when I get called up on stage to speak, it's not second nature for me. So when you're telling me speak for longer, it's like, why can't I just cut it short? Anyway, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to share my life. I'm happy to share my heart because I'm here to help others. I really feel that my purpose on this earth is that I'm here to serve. And whether it's serving my husband, my children, my community, the greater good, my heart is to help people. At the core of who I am, I want to help families become whole. So I've written a book called The Helper, which I'm still in. I'm still editing because I'm turning it into a journal and a workbook. But it speaks about my role as wife and how I feel empowered in that role. That being a subservient wife, not being that it's not doesn't make you less of a person. It actually makes you more of a person. And so I'm busy with that, finalizing that book. I'm also going to be writing a book, Motherhood by Design. That will be my next book. So I'm a new author. I'm not known because my book hasn't been released yet. But so the goals of those two books is to help wives and mothers to be masters of being a good wife and a good mother. So that's what I'm busy with at the moment on a personal level, and that's a place that I'm growing into. And I can see myself speaking at conferences in the future on about these books, but with the heart of bringing change to making families whole. And so at the core of that, we go back to the work that we do as an NGO is also working with families and helping families and fixing families and helping kids who don't have parents and all that kind of thing. It comes back to community and thriving, helping our community to thrive on financially, that poverty will be eradicated, that people will have food on their table, that they'll be whole, their lives will be full and full of joy. My history, excuse me, I went to France when I finished school to study French and language, and hotel training, hotel school. So my passion to serve was at the core of that again, learning to become a hostess, like serving people. And it was important for me to learn French because my father never spoke French to us, and my father is French. So I did that. When I got back to South Africa, I went into Bible school because I wanted to learn more about serving people through ministry. And that's at that time period that I met Uncle Funk, and that was 27 years ago. We've been happily married. Well, I've been happily married for 27 years. He's probably been happily married for 10. That's one of our jokes because, you always assume if you're happy, your partner's happy too, but it's not always that way. I had to become the person I am today through him loving me into the person I am today for us to really have a happy, thriving relationship. So, yes, I met him, and in the meantime, I was volunteering, working with young people before I met him while I was at Bible school. And then I met him, and our lives merged because I wanted to help him accomplish what he was speaking about accomplishing, which was helping change people's lives on a large scale. And I wanted to help him accomplish that dream. Fast forward to 2025, and we are busy creating games that will not only give people financial freedom, but also build places like buy property, build youth hostels where we can foster girls, which is also my heart, to take girls that have no hope for a future and no one to look after them and take care of them, and put them in a place that is safe and give them a future that is sustainable. And then also, so for me, my heart is about fostering adoption, helping. Kat knows her quite well. We met Kat and Michelle when they were in our youth group many years ago, and we actually adopted Michelle because she had no home. And our first adoption was when we were 25 years old, and she was 15 years old. So that was many, many years ago. So my first child was a teenager, and through the years I've fostered many children, and
I fostered a baby 7 years ago who's now 7 years old, and that was the biggest blessing of my life. She's such a gift. But yes, I think I said enough for now. Any more questions? I think I've basically wrapped it up. The game. Let me go into the game before I wrap up. So Operation Safe Place Tower Defense is the lore of that is a girl who gets abducted, and the whole game is about going to find Lucille, and that draws back to our NGO where we say every girl's safe, and our heart is to look after girls, and that's combined with my passion and heart of looking after girls and having an orphanage in the future where kids don't come to get adopted, they come to stay, be loved, and grow.
That was amazing, Amanda. Thank you so much for sharing so much. It's beautiful to get to know your journey better. It's a lifetime of changing lives, and you gather an amazing team around you, from your spouse, from your husband to your family, and everybody who's getting involved. You just grow stronger, and then that dream is unstoppable now. And there's people coming from all corners of the world rallying behind this vision, and I'm sure that we're going to materialize this. I'm super bullish on what we're building. Operation Safe Place is not just the lower; it's mind blowing. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's indeed everything we love about gaming in one place, and using gaming as a tool to power, altruism and real life impact is just beautiful. All right, I'm gonna pass it around. I see we got our new co-host, Warrior Cat, sitting right next to Mr. Console as her fan. Warrior Cat, it's your turn to shine some light on your journey, on who you are, on the skills that you got through life, and that got you to the point where you are now. I think you somehow disclosed a little bit of this past and on some of our previous episodes. But yes, I want more light to shine upon the amazing team that we got with you ladies at the NGO. So the microphone is yours.
Thank you, Sir Choice, and hi everybody. Thank you so much again for having me. Always look forward to Tuesday evenings and all that happens in the space. So yes, a little bit more about me. So I was born here in South Africa, and I think the first time I knew that I wanted to help people was I actually went through about 7 years of abuse as a child, and that was in a relatively stable, happy, normal home. Not in poverty or with more difficulties. So for me, I think at first, obviously, it knocks you, and then you think, okay, well, do I need to stay where I am, or can I maybe help others who, are possibly going through the same thing, or what have you? And I think, that's what I realize about challenges in life when they are sent your way. As a lot of people say, it can make or break you, but it is one of those times where you get to make a decision. Like, are you going to let it overtake you and you are going to stumble and fall, or are you going to get back up and be courageous and step out and make a difference for other people? So I think when I became a teenager, I realized quite quickly I would really like to help others who go through any type of thing, any difficulties, and I don't want them to have to suffer. And so I started getting involved in youth work at quite a young age. And as you know, I've said before, we used to actually tour around the country in South Africa, just doing these concerts and leadership training and leadership tours and camps and things. So I'd started from quite a young age doing that. And then I moved to the UK when I was 18, and it was just supposed to be a gap year. And in the end, it turned out being like 20 years. And we basically yeah, doing really well there, but didn't have a lot of purpose for the last years anyway. I mean, right in the beginning, I was doing youth work, I was doing counseling. We were doing as much as we can, we were around London and making a difference where we could. But I think, as you know, a few years ago, we were needing more. There was something that wasn't quite fitting. There was something that we were kind of thinking, what's really our purpose? What's going on here? What's this next assignment that we need to go into? And I think you kind of know the history there, where we came to visit, and then within that week we decided that we were moving back, and went back, sold everything that we had, and moved over here. So it was all quite quick. So that's me in a nutshell. I shall pass on back to you, Sir Choice.
Amazing, Kat. Thank you so much for always opening up with us. I think that it's an amazing journey, and the fact that in 1 week you decided to change your life, to change where you live, to sell everything you have. Those are decisions that you only take when you have a lot of faith on something, when you're truly passionate about it, and when you're willing to pretty much restart your life. I went through that like twice in my life, where I had to reset everything to pursue what I wanted, what I dream of. Like I was financially stable. I had my business, my gaming center, 2,500 gamers registered, and I had my apartment, my motorbike. But my soulmate was in the other side of the world, in the Philippines, and I had to after 6 years of an online relationship, had to decide whether I had to just keep on waiting, or just give up on everything that I had, and travel to the other side of the world. So yeah, I kind of understand where those decisions that sometimes people would judge as crazy come, because when we are passionate about something, when we really resonate with something or someone, we do crazy stuff. And resetting life is not an easy feast. So super proud of what you've done. And now more curious about what really happened over those 2 weeks that got you to decide to actually stay there. But we got more people on the stage. We got Wabi Sabi Christy. It's a pleasure having you again for the second time in the show. We didn't really get to give you much of a mic time the last episode. I apologize for that. Today I want more light to be on you and on your journey and who you are as a person, as much as you feel comfortable sharing, and what got you to the point of working with the NGO and rallying with them.
Hey, thank you, Sir Choice. It's an honor to be here today with you guys. And no, I'm an open book, honestly. But who I am is I'm from the States. And I think something that's important about me is I moved around a whole lot as a child. And that actually affected me really in a big way. In one way, I knew how to kind of be a chameleon and change how I needed to change to fit in to every new school that I went to. But in that, it also meant that I didn't actually know who I was. And so as I started to grow up and I got older, I actually really dealt with a whole lot of depression from age actually 12 to, oh my goodness, age 12 to 32. I dealt with severe depression. And it was, and here's the weird part, depression is different with every person. And for me, I could hide that depression very well. But on the inside, I was dying as a person. And I remember just because I didn't know who I was, and whose I was, it was very hard for me to open up to anybody. And I remember one day, and let me say this, I don't know where everyone's walk is. And if you know Jesus, if you don't know him, if you hate him, if you love him, but for me, and feel free to tell me if we're not allowed to talk about this here for whatever reason, but my change came when God changed me. And when I found out that my identity was in him. And the depression left, and it wasn't instant, but it was over time when I truly gave my heart to God and said, I will do whatever you want me to do, and whatever you ask of me, I am yours now. And through that process, my depression left me completely. And I feel like that is just, it's an important part of who I am, because now I'm free of that. And it's what's led me to be going into ministry. About 12 years ago, a friend and I, we started a nonprofit called, well, I won't get into what it's called, but we started it in the States. And what we did, what was really important to us, was to speak to girls at a young age and share, like, hey, you don't have to deal with the same things we dealt with. Like, there's another way. You don't have to deal with depression. You don't have to deal with peer pressure. You don't have to hate yourself. You don't have to do all the things that girls have issues with. But there's another way, and there's a better way. And we traveled the country, we've traveled the world, ministering to girls and showing them love. And so when I started doing that, my heart is that no girl has to go through what I went through. That depression, that self-hate, the not knowing your identity. And so for me, Operation Safe Place, like the NGO, it's so important for these girls to know that there's hope, that there's hope for a better future. There's hope that you don't have to be a product of your environment, but you can actually come out of that environment, whatever it is, and rise up to another level. And so, I mean, I wasn't even planning on going there, but this is just what happens. And so through that, like, I found myself here, and you know, I'm actually on quite a few NGO boards back in the States. And so my heart is just to share who Jesus is, to share his love with people, and to truly know that he can make a difference in your life. And I don't say that lightly. I say it because I've experienced it. I know the power, and I know that with him, everything's possible. And my heart has always been to be a missionary in Africa, honestly. Even as a young child, when I wasn't quite sure what that even meant, I knew that I wanted to be in Africa. And, you know, about 11 years, and Mrs. Funk can correct me on this, but it was about 12, 11 years ago, her and Mr. Funk, they came to the States, and we met them, and we just kept up with them throughout the years, and you know, and gave to what they were doing here in South Africa, and the kids that they were feeding, and the events that they were doing, and the camps that they were putting on. And in 2022, we were able to come out here and actually come and see what they were doing, go on a missions trip here, and see what was going on. And it was actually 2 years ago today. I had just gotten back to the States from being on this trip. And actually, the last day here, I knew that this is where I was coming back to. I was coming back to Paris, South Africa, and this was going to be my new home. And so a year later, I moved out here, and my life has been changed ever since then. And being able to help, being able to mentor girls, being able to disciple, being able to show that there is a better way, and that there's hope, is something that is so heavy on my heart. That I want every girl and every child, it's not just girls for me, it's every child. I want them to know that there's hope. And you know, what you find here is you find kids who don't have hope, because generationally, this is all they know. All they know is poverty. All they know is lack. All they know is pain and suffering. And it's my heart to be able to show them that you don't have to live that life, and your children don't have to live this life. And I have such a heart for that. And it's beautiful to be able to be part of an organization that has that same heart, that wants to see that change, that we want to eradicate poverty. We want to eradicate sex trafficking. We want to eradicate, you know, violence here, drugs in our area. And we want it not to just be here, but, you know, we're starting here. And then it's going to expand into our region, into the state, into this country. And then eventually, and whether I see it or the next generation sees it, into all of Africa, around the world. We want to see poverty gone because we believe that it can be gone. We believe that there's a better way, and you don't have to be a victim, you know, and you don't have to just be a survivor, but you are an overcomer of your situation. And that is the heart behind this NGO. That is the heart behind every single person here. And we want to show these kids, one, that they're loved, and two, that they can get out of this, that this doesn't have to be their world, and it doesn't have to be their children's world. And the beautiful part is we're seeing that, like, we are actually seeing kids, we're seeing the fruit of the work being put in, and these kids coming out and getting jobs, getting good jobs, honestly. And seeing that they're going, it like in their eyes, they're going, you can see it where they go, I have a future. And it's not the future that my parents had, but it's a better future than what they've had. And I'm going to make sure that my kids have a better future than I even have. And that's the most beautiful thing, and one of the most wonderful things that we can do as people, is help to show them that there is a better way out there. So I will stop there. I hope that gives you a little bit of insight of who I am and what I'm about and what I love to do. So thank you, Sir Choice.
No, thank you, Christy. That's beautiful, inspiring. I mean, everybody goes through different journeys, but to get to a point in life where you understand that you want to protect others from something that's happened to you, and where you are ready to give more to others than you sometimes even give to yourself, is just amazing. Thank you for sharing with us, Christy. I appreciate that so much. I've been playing some games with Unks on the arena while we're here. So we be naughty boys. That's what boys do, you know. They play games and they chill. But I love your story and I love your passion. And I love the fact that yeah, from the other side of the world, you made it all the way through South Africa, and now you keep changing lives. And you know, you're always welcome to talk about God. Like, even if we have different religions, the mission of doing something nice get us together. I think Uncle is always mentioning in the shows that he is always a believer Christian, and that I am a devout Muslim, and that doesn't mean that we don't you know, pray to the same God, or that we have the same good intentions. And yeah, like amplified lights and good intentions and good actions get people together. So I'm just happy and excited that our family keeps growing and expanding. And you know, light will keep amplifying light, and we will continue attracting nothing but positive, good, kind-hearted people. And the Vantapudo, as Ang says, is not gonna remain here because they will not feel comfortable surrounded by so many amazing human beings. So thank you for opening up and sharing more about your story. I truly love it. Mr. Console, you are my co-host. I cannot keep you here without passing you the mic for a moment. It could be your short intro, but more than that, I want like some sort of reaction. Look at the stories of these ladies and the power that they come with. So what are your thoughts so far, my brother?
Let me just begin by exhaling. The stories that have been shared here are why we grow closer together. I didn't know that about you, Mavis. I never had your side of the story, Miss Funk. Warrior Cat, every time you speak, I smile. I'm trying to control my smiling, but I just, from year to year, showcase a banana smile on my face. And Wabi Sabi, I definitely correlate to your story. I usually have a bit of, I'm not sure if anxiety is the word, but discomfort when it comes to peeling the digital mask and talking about Job. My name is Job. And I was named Job by my father. My father named me Job because during the time when I was about to be delivered, he was about to lose his job, ironically. And during this time, when he was full of confusion, full of hate in his heart, full of feeling a lack of identity because the African persona, the African man, is a provider. And he just felt his first son was about to be delivered into this world without him being capable of providing for him. And my mother gave him the Bible, and he really resonated with the book of Job, the book of the man who's been stripped away everything, but kept his faith, kept his love for God, and finally all was restored. I usually have difficulty in sharing my story. So, on my part, just kudos to the ladies who delved deep into who they are. And thank you for doing that, because who you are really ties into the mission that you guys drive, right? I'll maybe at some point get the confidence and the courage to express who Job is. For now, it's only Mr. Console, the gamer, the individual who loves stats. But there is Job, and Job is the individual that always shows up for these spaces. Truly, I come here because I resonate with the mission deeply. I'm from Nairobi, Kenya. So every single point that you guys touch on whenever you speak about South Africa, I witness in a different lens here in Nairobi. So on my part, my friend, I was hoping you wouldn't call on me because gosh, how do you match this energy? Right?
Oh,
But thank you,
brother.
ladies. Yeah. Yeah. Just to conclude, thank you, ladies, for being vulnerable with your stories. I'm always here for it, and in whichever capacity I can, will always show love and support.
You're keeping up, my man. Believe me, you are also an amazing person, and you're doing an amazing job. So always happy to have you walking this path with me and joining us and supporting us. I'm gonna have to add you as one of our ambassadors because you are as much as that. You keep amplifying our voice and supporting our mission, and that's just beautiful, brother. Appreciate you big time. Alrighty, now that we somehow dive a little deep on who you ladies are and how you got to the place where you are, I know that some of you already disclosed to some degree the challenges that you had to face, the depressions that you went through, the tough moments, and it's only when we become vulnerable and sometimes are about to touch bottom will we realize that the only way we can go is up. So I would love to hear about those challenges that you perhaps faced at some point in your life, and how did you manage to overcome them? I will start in the order that we had before. So maybe I hope that you are prepared for this one. I'll just repeat it. We want to hear maybe one or two challenges or any challenge that you would like to talk about and feel comfortable disclosing that you faced in your life and that you were able to overcome. And I just love the word overcome because overcomers was uh, the birth of Operation Safe Place. That was the name of the NGO before becoming Operation Safe Place Defense. So for everybody who didn't know, we were overcomers before we became commanders. Mavis, the mic is yours.
Thank you so much, Sir Consul. So sorry, not Sir Consul. Goodness gracious, Mr. Consul.
See what you
I
did
have
there,
your name
Mr.
in my
Consul? They
head.
cannot get your name yeah, out of their heads.
Now I have his name in my head, but I think I love Job more than Mr. Consul. But I will still call you Mr. Consul. Thank you so much, Say Choice. All right, I'm going to dive into the challenges. Yeah, there is a lot of challenges like that we face. I faced a lot of challenges growing up and getting over the fact that you're a girl. So like that's one of the challenges that I had to get over, that I am just a girl. What can a girl do? And I am a person who loves serving a lot. I feel like I was born to serve. Serving is in my blood. It comes very easily. It doesn't even, I don't even think twice And we had a laugh last week that I don't even know how to say no when somebody asked me to help with something or to do something for them. If it's in my power, I want to do it for them. And I had to get over the fact that as a girl, you are just a girl. Like in the society, the way that we grew up, you are a girl. I am the firstborn child in our family, funny enough, but my brother, who is the second-born child, would be recognized as the firstborn child. So it's funny that I had to overcome that. That's one of the challenges that I had to overcome about myself. And in coming back to the ministry, I had to realize what I was capable of, what I could do, how I could help, how I could help raise all of these children that we are raising together as a community, and what I could do, and that I do have something to offer. Because with that mindset, you don't think you can ever say enough or do enough, or what you do doesn't matter. And I had to get over that hurdle of I do have something to say, and there is something that I can do, and I am good at what I can do. So that is one of the challenges. And the other challenge with raising the children is the financial challenge of who are you going to say no to and who are you going to say yes to, and seeing so many kids who are struggling and who you want to help and not being able to reach all of them in one go. And like Wabi Sabi was saying, she's actually Pastor Christy was saying, the vision is to eradicate poverty, to raise every single child. Like we already see the children that we've raised so far in this couple of years, how they have started to dream again, which feels like it's something normal, but for these children it's a luxury that some of them no longer have because of what they're faced with and their circumstances around them. It feels like dreaming is a luxury that they can't afford. They just have to do day to day. They now have to trade their bodies just to have a meal. So how dare they dream of 10 years to come, So yeah, I don't want to take all the time. So yes, thank you, Say Choice.
No, thank you, Mavis. I can always feel your smile when you're talking, and I love it. And I appreciate you opening up and sharing everything with us. It's just amazing to get to know you ladies better week by week, and just can't wait to get to know you and more, and for sure to taste your food. I want to try international dishes made by you. I'm sure I'm going to be loving them. All right, before passing the mic next, I want to pump our community, letting them know that there's a giveaway time at the top of our space. 4 simple steps. The first is to comment and retweet this space so more amazing people can listen to our vision, mission, and rally with us. The second step is to say the fact that our ladies rock, including the EVM wallet in our general channel of the Citadel Discord. The link is also pinned on the comment at the top of the space. And then you just have to wait and get ready for the Ducky Race, where we're going to have 3 lucky winners to receive 3 cool rare NFT towers playable in our amazing game, Operation Safe Place Defense. Okay, with that being said, now I'm going to pass our question to Cat Warrior.
Thanks, Sir Joyce. Okay, so I will just bring up a challenge that I had in life. So 12 years ago, I was in hospital having my daughter, and things did not go so well for me. And I actually, they couldn't stop the bleeding. And so I pretty much died. And they had to resuscitate me with blood transfusions and things. And I remember that when I was in the hospital, and obviously, was like my heart stopped for a little while, and they had to start it again. I remember coming back around, and they were saying to me, like, we can't find where the bleeding's come from. You're going to have to go back under for surgery, and we don't know if you're going to make it. And I was like, just let me go, because I had a very high temperature. I think that I was high on morphine. I was a bit delirious. I'd lost obviously a load of blood. I think, I think I had 9 blood transfusions in the end. So it was all my blood. So it was like all of it. And anyway, I think because of that, I just wanted it to end. And I think I was saying to the doctor, just let me go. And I heard God in that moment, like, no, this is not your time. And I was just going, what do you need me for? Like, what am I going to do? I'm just one person. What can I possibly, I wasn't thinking about family. I wasn't thinking about friends. I wasn't thinking about who I'm leaving behind. I was just thinking about the, like, very, very intense amount of pain that I was in. What they hadn't realized at the time was that my morphine drip was like, it was like underneath me, but it was twisted. So I hadn't actually had any pain relief at like for hours and hours and hours. And basically I just wanted it to end. So I just, wanted to go. And I just feel, I just, I felt like I could hear the Lord just going, it's not your time. I've got a plan for you. And still I was kind of fighting with him, like, why is this, just let me go. It'll just be easier for everybody. Like, definitely be easier for me. Just get it done. And I even pulled the doctor over and I just said, just when nobody's looking, just do something. And he was like, I can't do that. That's not my, I would be going against my beliefs and, what I signed up for and whatever. And so anyway, I remember afterwards still thinking, like, what is the difference? So, I mean, I was in ICU for about 2 weeks, and after I finally came out of hospital, I remember just thinking, like, still, what is the point? Like, I'm obviously really glad to be here. I'm glad to be with my children and everything, but what was so special? What was like so necessary for me to be here? And I just felt him just reminding me, I don't know if anyone knows that song, but it's like, it only takes one match to burn 1,000 trees. And sort of in that moment, I think I knew that whatever he had planned, whatever the future was going to look like, that actually a person, just every single person here listening today, any of you can make a large difference, and today we're talking about voices of courage and having the courage to step out in what you need to do. For instance, take Uncle Funk. If he never stepped out and actually did what he felt was the right thing to do, none of us would be here today. None of us would be talking about Play to Change, all the charities around the world, all the amazing work that people do around the world. If it didn't start with a person, it had to start with a person, it had to start somewhere. And so I think part of my challenge was like believing that actually there is a place for me and there's a purpose, and there is a purpose for every single one of us, and we all have a unique thing about us that nobody else has. We might have a lot of similarities, but actually we also have things that are unique and make us different to every single other person. And we need that. And in order to, make a difference, we just need to be able to get angry about something, or, seek justice, or, get frustrated enough to not leave it the way it is. And I think that for me has been something that, like, overcome over the years, just realizing that actually I am just one person and I might not be anything special, but I still have a role in, I'm still a cog in the gigantic wheel that is this great machine of life. And I have a place and a purpose. And if I'm not doing that, then who else will? If I'm not joining this amazing organization and standing up for these girls, like the rest of this amazing team are, then who else will? Everybody for a time was leaving South Africa. Even still, people are like, no, it's too dangerous. There's no opportunity. There's no money. There's too much corruption. What. They'll all go on about, the problems, and they all want to flee the country. And I remember when I was coming back, people were saying, what's wrong with you? Why are you going back to a place that has no opportunity? Like, why would you leave the UK for something like that? Why? What is happening? And actually, at the end of the day, I was, it was God who asked me, well, if not you, then who? Who's going to go and make a difference to those who can't make a difference for themselves? And who's going to be the help for the helpless? And who's going to, be who those people need, if not you? And so even though I know that just as one person, I can't make the whole world change, when we are in unity, when we come together with a community like this, and when we unite with one purpose and with one common goal and seek to change things, things happen. And the fact is that I couldn't run the camps on my own and, run the ministry and the organization on my own. But this team that we have, all playing their part, all doing little bits and pieces, but we all work together. It's beautiful to see hundreds and hundreds of kids and their lives being changed. So I think that is how, that was a challenge for me, just to understand that actually I might just be one match, but one match can burn 1,000 trees, and obviously that's like in a in a bad way. We don't want to burn any trees, but you know what I'm saying. One person can maybe change 1,000 hearts, for instance. So that's me.
Love it, Kat. Thank you so much for sharing all that. And no wonder you are named Warrior Kat, because you need a life warrior. I mean, to be on that point where you feel like you have given up and then find purpose again. And I'm proud of you, and I'm happy to get to work with you in one way or another. Because life sometimes, as I mentioned, needs to take you down for you to understand what it means to get back up. And a lot of people just walks through life not even knowing what being at the floor means, what being at the bottom means, right? But when you've been at the bottom and you've raised again, you own and earn a completely different type of energy that, like you said, can turn you into a powerhouse that can move masses. Because it's empowering. Like, as tough and difficult as it is, it also prepares you basically mentally, psychologically for a lot more. And then you know that the world needs you, and that the world is not as complex as we think, and that there's so much we can do to make it a better place. And I love the fact that we're growing this family that's turning the world into that better place we all want our kids to believe in. Me as a father of two, I for sure want this world to get better, to get good. There's enough of so many bad things happening all through the globe. And if we are not the change, then who? So I love the way you put it. If it's not me, the one taking action, then who? If I don't start by changing myself, the way I see world, the things that I do, then who? So it's always up to us. I used to put it on my post stuff, and the future is up to us. Like the people that we bring to this industry, the way that we explain it, the way that we keep them safe, the way that we amplify messages, is always up to us. There's no one gonna come and do the homework. It's you and the people that you connect with on a deeper level that's gonna rally together to achieve that end goal. And I'm just so excited to finally have Web3 being used the right way to empower others and to help with wealth distribution on a way where we can impact the most sensitive part of our human race, which is children, because they're vulnerable, they're innocent, they need that protection, and you girls are granting it. So it's just a blessing to have you ladies around. Alrighty, Mrs. Funk, you had time to prepare a good speech in here, and I know you've been through a lot in your life. But yes, if you can perhaps share us a little bit more about one of those challenges that you faced, the way that you overcome it, and all of the energy and knowledge that you got out of that experience, I would appreciate it. Mike is yours.
Okay, I'll speak for 1 minute so that I at least leave 4 minutes for Wabi Sabi. I'm just joking. There's been many challenges that I've had to face, and I was actually thinking which one am I going to speak about? So I've chosen to speak about my husband's depression, which was quite a difficult journey for me because everything was fine until it wasn't. He did suffer from depression without anyone knowing it. So, and I'm sure Wabi Sabi can relate to that, Pastor Christy. She knows exactly what it feels like. But anyway, so everything seemed fine. Super creative person, always smiling, and then all of a sudden something triggered him. He saw someone burned to death in a car accident, and I believe that was the trigger to setting him off downhill. And it wasn't just depression, it was suicidal depression. So at that stage, I had to fight for his life to keep him alive. And it was difficult because he was on medication where he just was this numb person who felt they had no purpose every day. And that went on for many, many years. Well, the depression went on for many years, but at some stage, I was working for an ad agency. So you also, part of your question earlier on was what skills we bring to the table. So I did go through the corporate world as well, and I worked for an ad agency, and then my boss at the time knew how creatively genius Uncle Funk is, and she said even if he sleeps on his desk all day, when he finally wakes up, there's going to be something great that's come of it. And then we walked out that journey. From there, he did wake up, created a movie, and I've told some of you, not all of you were here, that story in the past where that movie, instead of giving us financial breakthrough, it actually took everything that we had. In 1 year, we lost everything. But anyway, the point was the depression, and how did we overcome that? We overcame it together. I really had to walk alongside him and encourage him and believe in him and just walk out the journey until he came back to life again, you know. And overcoming doesn't happen overnight. It's a daily journey. We have to overcome something every day of our lives. We have to overcome fear knocking on the door and knock on faith's door louder than fear can knock on our doors, you know. But yeah, that was one of the biggest challenges I've had to overcome, and I have no regrets, and I'm happy that I took that journey. You know, often people ask how do you do that? I mean, like as a couple, sometimes I'll be down and sometimes he'll be down, and we've got a deal that one person must bring the other person up, and in that stage it had to be me. And I still through life now have chosen that if we both down, which doesn't happen often, I will still choose to be the one to lift myself up so that I can lift him up and raise his hands. And I believe that's what we should do for each other, is we should always be willing to raise each other's hands up.
Oh, I love that, Miss Funk. You know, in Islam we have that saying where your spouse, your partner is half of your being. It's like half of the way you worship God and the way that you stand uh, for him when he's down and the way he stands for you when you're down and on those odd occasions where you know you are both like feeling so down, you manage to get together to lift each other up. It's just beautiful. I think that that's what defines a good partner in life. It's someone that sticks and stays with you through good and bad. Because life is always like a roller coaster. You know, it's full of ups and downs, and sometimes one of the two partners literally burns out and feels like, okay, what I'm doing is just not working out, and the exhaustion is there. Like you feel like, okay, I don't know what to do next. But then you got that one person that is just bringing all of the fuel that you might need to keep going and to feel better and to gain back that strength and that energy that makes you feel like you can, you know, be on top of the world and achieve anything because nothing's impossible. And the fuel that comes out of love, it's the most powerful one, right? This is like when you are fueled by love, you feel like, I don't know, there are different chemicals that work with us, right? But like adrenaline turns you stronger. Like when you're in survival mode, when you're afraid of something, you go into that fight survive mode, and you feel stronger. And sometimes you can like lose control of your thoughts, but you become pretty strong physically. But when you're powered by love, it's like you feel something in your chest and your gut, and you feel this beautiful energy that you know that turns you into this unstoppable human being that's able to accomplish just so much. So I love the fact that they're opening up. I think that Andrew is one of those that's always pretty open about what he's been through in life, and it's good to show that you know nobody's perfect. We never born with all of the skills or with all of the experiences. We had to go through a journey to get to where we are. And the more our community gets to understand what we've been through, what we deal with, and what we still deal with, the more they get to know us. I'm amazed. We only went through like 2 questions. We haven't even picked on Christy yet, and it's been more than an hour. But I'm just loving it. So if you girls don't mind spending a lot of minutes, I will just pass it over to Christy and maybe try to cover one last question in a quick way. And then we prepare our community to rally and raise some duckies. I already see some people commenting the fact that our ladies rock in the Citadel Discord to participate on our giveaway of the day. But yes, appreciate you being here, Amanda, and the commitment of being here every Tuesday, especially because I know that it's challenging for you to grab the mic and speak up, but still you're doing an amazing job. So appreciate you big time. Thank you so much for doing so. Christy, you mentioned your depression and you're opening up. You said you're open book, and I'm often an open book too. I sometimes talk too much and even get nagged by my wife, like, "Hey, you're talking too much. Don't share all your life to everybody." And I'm like, I'm gonna do it anyway. But yes, Christy, the microphone is yours. If that's the one, go for it. If there's a different experience you went through that you were able to overcome and get back stronger from, please let us know.
Okay, thank you so much, and I'll be quick because I know that we are over time. And you know, us women, we can just talk. We do not have a problem with that. But I will say probably my biggest challenge I've overcome is fear. You know, there's a lot of things that have happened in my life, but I think the overarching thing is fear. And I have, you know, not that it still doesn't hit at sometimes where fear comes in, but I have learned that I can't allow fear to dictate my life and my choices and what I'm supposed to do, and what my assignment is on this world. And um, I remember just a simple thing. I hated public speaking, like with a passion. Like I was so scared to speak in front of people. It terrified me, honestly. Like I would start to cry. I would get emotional. Like I could not do it. And so I was the kid in school that just decided, oh, I'm going to work the system. And I remember in middle school, high school, college, I would figure out how to never have to do an actual project, like a speaking project in front of the class. And so I remember, like in high school, I would actually just be in the background. I would say, I'll do all of the research, the legwork, but you have to present it. And so that worked. And then I remember in college, one of my classes, you actually had to do you had to do research on something. I forget what class it was, but you had to present it in front of the class at the end of the semester. And the teacher made the mistake of going, well, in the syllabus, that the presentation at the end of the semester only was 5% of your grade. And so as long as I had a 90 or above, I was going to make it an A in that class. So I made sure throughout all the homework, the quizzes, and the tests that I was actually just going to make 100 on everything, which I did. So therefore, when it came to present the project at the end of the semester, I didn't have to do it, and it would not give me a bad grade in the class, that I would still carry an A. And so I did that because I was so petrified of public speaking. And now I speak around the world. And it's so funny to me what happens when you just stop letting fear take over you. And, I've been, speaking around the world. I've been on radio stations speaking to millions of people. And now I'm not fearful because, honestly, because the Lord took that away from me. And I remember the first time I ever had to speak publicly, and I didn't have a choice. I had to. And I'll never forget, my brother said to me, he said, do it scared. He's like, you're going to be scared about a lot of things in life. He said, but just do it scared. Get up there and do it. And so anytime fear does try to come and take a hold, I just go, I'm going to do it scared. I'm not going to allow fear to dictate what I do. I'm just going to do it and see what happens. And so for me, overcoming fear has been one of the biggest things in my life. And I'm so grateful that I'm in a place now where for the most part, I'm not fearful about anything that I do. Even some of the bad places that I've been, like, well, the unsafe places that I've been, that sort of thing. I know that I'm supposed to be there. I know I'm on assignment. And as long as I know that I'm where I'm supposed to be, I have complete trust and faith that everything's going to work out. And so, yeah, fear has been the biggest challenge in my life that I have overcome quite well. So yeah, that's all I got to say.
Thank you so much, Christy. Appreciate that big time. Yeah, fighting fear in internet cities. Like sometimes it's just so difficult to deal with it, but when you're able to overcome it, yeah, you also become powerful. And look at you speaking like nothing in public. At the moment, I believe we have more than 1,000 listeners across different socials. We at some point had like 600 people on the arena. It's like 50 in the Citadel account, like 30 on Official Safe Place account, like 20 on AUNS, like 30 here, and at some point we have like 50 here, and a lot of people just listening to us. So what I'm gonna do for us to wrap up is what I summon Joshua with the beats, and get to the rally of the Duckies to reward our amazing community. I would like to close us up on this space with one final one that you can perhaps speed a little bit, but also deliver the message you want to deliver. And it's, what are your dreams for the future? I think that some of you touch on them. Amanda wants to have an orphanage where the girls would don't need to be adopted, but instead can just live their lives there and be loved and grow up healthy. But yes, what are those dreams for the future now that we're going to have the financial backbone and the project that is going to make it all achievable? What are those dreams for the future for yourselves and for the girls and the little boys that you're impacting? And we have plenty of people listening, so the call to action that you want to deliver. So that's the wrap up for today. But you girls are amazing. You girls rock. Our community has been typing it, not just for the reward, but because it's an actual fact. But yes, I will pass it to Mavis to let us know what are the dreams of the future, and call to action for everybody listening on the different platforms.
Thank you so much, Say Choice. I will take this opportunity to thank everybody who's been listening, everybody who's part of the panel, the amazing leaders and ladies that we have, Mr. Console, the listeners, everybody on Arena, on Facebook, all the other social media platforms. Thank you very much. It's such an honor to be here. And oh, the dream. I have quite a few, but I was trying to think which one. But I would just say one of the dreams is I want to be able to go to all the different overcomers that we are going to open around the world and just testify of where we came from. And yeah, and my call to action will be I love always, I think those who've had me before have know this. My call to action is you are you are the change that you want to see in the world. I am the change I want to see in the world. So if I want things to change, I should look in the mirror and start with me. So yeah, that's it from me. Thank you very much, Say Choice.
Thank you, Mavis. Appreciate that beautiful call out. Yes, we need to be the change we want to see in the world. That's a fact. Thank you for being here, for your commitment to show up every week. I know that you girls have a busy schedule, so many things to run with, and yet you are making the time to share with us. So I appreciate that a lot, and I'm just grateful for it. Thank you. Warrior Cat, I'll pass it to you. Some wrap up thoughts, your dreams for the future, and the call to action.
Thanks, Sir Choice. It's been really wonderful. Thank you all for having me tonight. Always really enjoy it. So yeah, dreams for the future in a very quick way. Safe house, hostels, full-time leadership academy, training youth and young adults. And similar to what Mavis said, going around speaking about it in different places and getting other warriors to rise up, I guess, is my dream. And call to action. This is Voices of Courage. So that is my call to action. Have courage. If you have the ability to help others in need, but you're afraid to have too little left over, just have courage. Courage means doing something that frightens you. So don't let fear determine your decisions. Have the courage to be the change that the world so desperately needs. And that is me. Thank you all for having me. Love you all very much. And yes, it's been amazing. And yeah, Mr. Console, I'm still your biggest fan, and I love to listen to your accent.
That's amazing.
Let me just jump back and throw back the flowers. Thank you for coming back to the continent, Warrior Cat. A lot of people are leaving, believing there's better opportunity out there. The continent is essentially plagued by a concept known as brain drain, where our quote unquote intelligent minds are just tired, frustrated, unable to grow. So thank you for coming back. Truly, that part of your story is it's a part we'll all, as a continent, hopefully one day say was a turning point of history.
You guys are amazing. I love having you both in the panel. But yeah, Mr. Console, appreciate you big time, brother. You know it. Alrighty. I'm gonna keep passing it around. Christy, I'm gonna go with you before we wrap up with Mrs. Funk. Joshua, if you're around, I know you're around. Let's prepare the beach so that we go raise some ducks.
Hey, thank you guys so much. Just once again for having us on here. We really do appreciate it. I'm gonna say honestly, ditto to what Warrior Cat said. Leadership academies, more camps. I mean, there's so much that we want to do here, and I think at the heart of it is making sure these kids know and understand that there's a way out. One of the biggest challenges we face right now, especially with the girls and teenage girls, is them having to sell their body for basic needs. And so my heart and my dream is that one day we have a culture here where that's not a thing, where boys aren't asking for that from girls, and girls know that that's not something that they have to do, but that they will have all of their needs met, and that they don't have to do anything for it, just because there's people out here who love them and want to see them do well, and want to help. They just want to help. And so that is one of my things that I hope that we in the future can take care of and do, is just make sure that no girl, no boy feels like they have to sell their body to get basic needs, just food, little bit of food, your basic needs, that's not needed, and that we as a community can provide for these children, not just their basic needs, but everything that they need. So that is it. So thank you guys so much once again for having me on.
Thanks to you, Christy, for coming and for joining Amanda, Navis, and Kat on these weekly shows. I appreciate the voices growing. And if there's any other lady involved that wants to come in the stage, feel free to invite her. Doors are open in our show. This is Play to Change, and it's episode 9, Voices of Courage. And I will tell you something about courage that perhaps you ladies are not so aware of. Courage is our in-game currency. Web2 currency is not in the chains, not Web3. And courage is what's going to enable any kid, regardless of what they are, that just by holding a phone and having some Elon Musk internet, have access to life-changing opportunities through gaming. Simple as that. So yeah, courage had a plot twist in there. It's not just the strength that we have to fight what's challenging and get through it. It's actually the currency that we're going to use to change the world through Operation Safely Defense and the Citadel. Alrighty, Mrs. Funk, you are the one to wrap us up and give us the final thoughts, the dreams of the future, and the call to action. Maybe I'll pass it to Mr. Consul to say goodbye. I know he wants to honor you all here for all of the openness and all of that you've been sharing. But yes, the microphone is yours, Amanda.
Dreams of the future is to change the world, starting here and spreading up north towards Africa and the rest of the world, literally changing the world, eradicating poverty and keeping every girl safe, and everything everyone's just mentioned on our team. I stand in agreement with that, because we want to do all of that together. And that starts with paying off land. So we're trusting for that. But that's a side note. This isn't an ad break. My call to action is, if it is to be, it is up to me. And my call to action is to every person listening. What does that mean for you? What is it that burns in your heart that you feel that you need to accomplish? What is it that you feel that you've been put on this earth to do? Find that and make it happen. Only you can make it happen. And that's it from me. Thanks for the stage. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks to you, Amanda, again for the commitment and the time that you give us every week. Highly appreciated. Okay, Mr. Consul, do the honors as the co-host while I bring Joshua to thank these ladies for everything and to share some of your thoughts. I know that this is probably going to get you to open up a little bit more. I'm sure that you feel comfortable around such amazing people. So, Mike is yours. I'm going to go assume on Joshua for the beats and prepare for the ducky race. Also, make sure to put your wallet and the phrase in the Citadel Discord so you can run with us too, brother.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm already extremely open. This is a space that I love. I really, really love. And even if you wish to add 15, 30, 45 more minutes, I wouldn't be in a rush. I have nothing to do at this hour other than to hear the amazing will spirit of the women here. You know, we love to downplay the role women have in society. But in reality, when you look at culture, it's transformed by ladies that are warriors, just as each and every woman is here. So appreciate all your takes. Mavis, I've really connected with your story. I really love it whenever you unmute and speak. Mrs. Funk, to be honest, I'm at an age where my grandma cannot stop telling me I need to marry. Grandmas are just funny. They don't care if you're hungry, they don't care what your ambitions are, they just want to see your wife and kids, not taking into consideration what's going to provide for that. When the time does come for me, hopefully it does arrive, I believe, and I say this for every gentleman in the space that is not yet wedded, that you exhibit the perfect character of a wife. Really, being there to support Uncle Funk through his mission, taking it upon you and looking at it positively to serve. All my days, you are really, really special. And my mother tells me I need to start to pray for a wife. I've not known which qualities to pray for, but now I do. Now I do. I'll just put a picture of your profile picture, get on my knees and tell God, this is what I want you to provide me, Heavenly Father. But on a serious note, I really, really appreciate how you've entwined yourself to Mr. Funk's vision, made it your own, and how you guys drive that together. It's beautiful. Last but not least, Wabi Sabi. As you are somewhat speaking about your fear, I got to reflect that, sometimes we actually, fear essentially is a wall that somewhat, aims to block our mission. You know, this is all I could reflect on when you were talking about how you were trembling and couldn't speak in front of a class. And now look at what you're doing. Very, very eloquent in how you express your mission, your story, and the vision at large. So I got to really reflect that moving forward, whatever it is that we fear, guys, I'm speaking to all the listeners here, is probably what we need to do, right? Maybe that fear is an illusion from the devil, who knows, that will prohibit us from our mission to impact good on society. Those are going to be my words here. Very, very encouraged. And as always, Sir Choice, I'm a very happy ambassador of the Citadel and the Operation Safe Place. I love what you guys do and will always be here. I truly will always be here. Even when I'm sick, I don't see anything taking me away from being here. Really, nothing's as important as hearing and sharing in these stories. So thank you for hosting and giving these beautiful ladies the platform to just make us feel warm in our hearts again.
Appreciate you big time, brother. Thank you for the beautiful words and for the energy and the vibes that you always bring. I love you co-hosting the show with me. It means a lot. And your support is amazing, remarkable. Thank you so much, brother. All right. So now shout out to Joshua, makes best beats, who's going to wrap us up with some music. And if you haven't yet, remember, we have a docu race with 3 winners of 3 rare NFTs playable in our amazing game, Operation Safe Place Defense. So if you haven't yet, look at the top. There's the Jumbotron, and there's the giveaway, the steps. Head over to the Citadel Discord, put Our Ladies Rock and your EVM wallet, and then you're in to participate. It's gonna be one race, probably 3 minutes, and 3 winners on the single race. So first 3 duckies will walk away with the rewards. Be ready for it. And Joshua, you can hit it, my man.
Let's do it.
Pump up the funk, build it high. OSB rising, reach the sky. Raising the floor is our game.
Let me play a better quality version of that song.
Communities the beat, gathering the sound.
It's in your choice.
Another person found from the chain to the street.
Banana, banana, banana. Ducky Race on Discord. Oh, I can't stream Discord. I can only stream us from. I can only stream us from StreamYard. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. You can do a screen share. Wieners, chicken dinners. I remember when I used to be a chicken dinner. Let me see here. Let me share the. Well, I mean, the linky is still there. Let me see. Now I'll go to media assets, play that Pump Up the Funk tune. Is it this one? Let me see. There we go. Bum, 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 bum.
Pump up the funk, build it high.
I've got some potatoes arriving here, some rinky doos.
Raising the floor is our
Midnight Cats Ladies Dogs Away. Is that my rinky? Hello, my baby. Yo, did you have a nice day?
Communities the beat, gathering the sound. Every block we build, another person found. From the chain to the streets, unity's the plan. Builders coming in hot, yeah, we all stand. While it's light, we shine so bright. Stacking tokens every night. From the roots, a fortress grows. OSP, the world now knows. Pump up the funk, turn it loud. Lift the citadel, gather the crowd. Pump up the funk, never stop. Build us together, we rise to the top. Citadel, remember the no lone wolves, we roll as a pack. Every step forward, no turning back. Funk in our blood, always in our soul. Citadel's fire is taking control. Raise your hands, feel the chain. Raise your hands, don't refrain. Raise your hands, remember the name. Citadel.
Yeah. That was never a go, isn't
I can tell your mommy. Daddy, can you up. It looks like it's so they can come out. Wherever.
OSP funk, seated to rise, community blazing, fire in our eyes, pump up the funk, the anthem we sing, Citadel, remember the name, Citadel, remember the name.
It's me. It's me. With
Hey, Uncle.
It's oops. My mic is fighting with me. But my name's In Your Choice, and on stage with me is Uncle Funk the Punk, who just speaks junk. Bit of a skunk.
Uncle, let's pick it up.
Let me mute screen. There we go. I've muted the. That's fine. Now it'll be fine.
Okay. Oh,
there we
I
go.
still can't hear myself like twice, but it's okay.
Are you? Yeah, because you're streaming and listening to the stream that's streaming the stream while you stream the stream.
Okay, that's tongue twister right there, but yes, that's what's happening.
Did you know that B is literally a bee?
Yes.
A funk twister. When my name was Makes Only Beats, I used to eat only meat, make only beats, and look at pretty feet.
Perfect. B, if I'm missing somebody else, let me know.
I'm wondering about Mr. Console. You know, I always thought of him as like super busy with his own community, but I don't know. He seems like he might be awesome for your teams In Your Choice. I don't know. I don't know what he does.
Rock. He's always supporting. Yeah, he's looking for opportunity to grow his personal brand, but he's definitely an amazing person.
So is he like taking care of himself at the moment, like trying to make his own business work and stuff like that?
Yes, things are not going so well with the big arcade. They are slowing down a little bit. They're not going anywhere. Like the founders got covered the expense for a long time, but there's no room to get them on higher places. So he feels a little bit stagnant. He's still running the community there, but he's stepping into more of it. He knows that he still got the time. They don't have the momentum in the big arcade.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to think, eh? We'll have to think a bit on team choice, you know? So we've got to build your army. We've got to build your...
Let's go.
Okay, let's do your duck race, bro.
Duck is okay. I don't know. I think... Hold on. I think that I will let you... Like, if I am the one sharing the screen without the noise, I will not be able to listen to my voice streaming the stream.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think you're on multiple places because you're cutting out as well. I think there's all sorts of things. People are crying in the comments. Children are dying in the streets.
Okay.
There was a tornado in Florida. The bees are dying everywhere. So B has to really she's overworked with all the drones having to come in there, and you know she's like, next drone please, we got to repopulate the bees. So bees like really tired from drone repopulation, you know.
Yeah, we need more bees for sure.
Colonization.
All good. I figured it out. Yes, it was the arena. She
had to run through a desert yesterday, very tired. Yeah, that's my retreads are very tired. See what I did there?
Alrighty, Dork, did you manage to put your wallet in the Discord?
Dork. Dork. Dude. Somebody calls you dork. That's like when they leave out the N in my name.
You guys are gonna bully me, but English is not my mother tongue. You know.
Yeah,
my
he is
mother
Uncle
tongue
Dork.
like you're always saying good evening. It's not evening. It's evening. I'm like, come
No,
on.
you can say what you like from now on. He's Uncle Dork.
Uncle Dork.
Yo.
Let's add him on the phrase just for that.
So did you enjoy interviewing the Whammons? That was fun, eh?
Yeah, they're amazing. You know how to get them to speak. It only took to prepare them with the questions so that they knew what they were gonna talk about, and there you go. They were able to
Dude,
hold
you
the
did a
mic.
great job, man. Look, there's another lady that we need to get into our ecosystem. Her name is Karen Pierman. And her name's Karen, but she doesn't ask for the manager. You know, she is
Nice.
the
It's a good
manager.
Karen.
Yeah, she's a wonderful Karen. Yeah. So she's really, really wonderful. But we have to figure out how to get her into the like funk and OSP and Citadel ecosystem. She's in like the Overcomers ecosystem. Karen over here, but she's amazing. Wow. You know. We love you, Karen. We love you. Wee. So, Senior Choice, I see you like almost given as much as Georgia.
Yeah, you know, I'm ashamed with Twisted now. I bullied him a little bit. It was like, get good, Twisted. and after that challenge with Runa, where they were fighting who was gonna tip the most, I know who he is into a fight here. He's like, you know what? Bye. He left the chat. But yeah, he rocks.
Yeah, it's like you just see the word left there on WhatsApp.
See what we did there? Just tippity tip. But yeah, 120. Wow. That's
wow.
good. Even I will tell Giorgio, Giorgio, get good. I'm coming after you.
Yes. Check it, BC. Uncle. No tips, BC. No. I've already been. I ended out more tonight than if my wife finds out how much I gave away tonight. She won't do anything. She'll just hug me.
Yeah, but we need Gobi and we need BT to go to Citadel Discord and put their EVM wallets in there. And Chelsea and all of them. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, you've been
why
are you not in the race? Come on.
What's going on with you people? Is it because I'm white? Is that what's going on here? Is this some kind of racist thing? So you don't want to put your EVM wallet because you think I'm going to colonize it. Senior Choice, Hispanics. I mean, Hispanics are white people. Does like the West still, like, America and stuff, do they count Hispanic people as white, or is there like are Hispanics counted as Hispanics?
We are called mestizos here. We ain't pure anymore. We are just like the mixture of the mixture of the mixtures. We got them all types of bloods, and especially me. Like I got from Asia, from Africa, from North America, Latin America. The only blood that I don't know if I'm related with is from Australia, pretty much. But all of the other continents are in there.
No, I think I've only got white. I know it's clear that I've got quite a bit of Viking happening here, or at least Irish, Saxon, something or the other. Well, I've got both. My family lineage is Irish, British, Dutch, So, I mean, I just walk into a room and I colonize it. It's just, I just walk in there and I just colonize everything. Sax King. B, luckily I'm married, so I can be a Saxon because there's no Saxon before marriage. Oh, I see we've got codes here.
Alrighty.
Are we going to do a race?
Yeah, let's race.
Have you got everybody in there?
I got everybody who went.
Vampire.
Discord.
Yeah, one bite changes everything. That's right, Gobi.
Everybody who went to the Discord of the Citadel and said,
I don't see Gobi there.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm calling him out.
Where's my
He followed
glasses?
me on X. I
Maybe
follow
it's
him
because I
back.
don't have my glasses on that I don't see Gobi. Senior choice?
Yeah, I think that he
put on my
maybe
glasses.
doesn't have the link of the Citadel Discord.
Maybe he just doesn't want to be part of us. Maybe Gobi just thinks that because, you're Hispanic and I'm a colonizer, that we're just not good enough.
I am a colonizer. Hispanic? What? I got confused now.
Are female Hispanics called Herspanics?
I don't know what you call them. Hispanics. No, a lot of people doesn't really like to be called Hispanic though here, because a lot have, many have native descendants, and sadly, the people from Spain didn't leave a beautiful legacy on many places.
Dude, the French and the Spanish were the worst colonizers.
Yeah. So, and they brought the worst kind of people over. So the people that arrived to Latin America was not like educated and polite or kind. It was just the ones that they had in the jail. That's what arrived here. The worst of the worst.
Dude, the French, oh my word. Nigeria, you want to know where all your problems come from? The French. All the scammers in Nigeria? The French. The French have got no financial morals. Nothing. So it's like I've had so many arguments with French people, like if they colonize a place or if they walk into a place, I'm like, we are going to colonize you, Frenchie. Where's the French people? Let me fight with you. Come at me, bro.
Yeah, I will tell you a fun story before we race. Gobi got time to join the race. Look, there's one of the brothers.
Let's go, Gobi.
Yeah, his name is Farouk.
The cave is funny. Sorry, I'll continue.
No, okay. So Farouk, he is probably on his 70s, and he's a writer, and he's written books about all of the pre-Hispanic period, and the levels of hate that he feels towards the people coming from Spain are next level. And then the fun thing is that he looks like if he was purely born from Spain. So we tend to bully him a lot. They're like, Farouk, come on, why do you talk bad about your family, man? He gets really pissed off. But yeah, it's funny because he's got all of the looks of a Spaniard, but yet he despises them, man. He every time that we mock him, he gets really angry. Like, guys, come on, don't talk to me like if I belong to them. Even if they are in my blood, they are not in my heart.
Yeah, you get like nations that are financially immoral. Like, I mean, we know like China, Russia, like all the India people listening will know it's like very corrupt financially. Nigeria is definitely, and then you check, like India was colonized by the British in large part. Then you think, like, what would the world be like without the colonoscopies? But it's almost time for quacking, man.
Yeah. All right. It's quacking time then. The question here: we do one race, 2 minutes, 3 winners in one single race. Yes. BT is not even in the race, and she's like, yes, yes.
Okay, I'm looking. There's no ladies on stage here, like General Kev barefoot. What Buddykins must come on stage then.
Yeah, I haven't heard Buddy talking. It's always Jen, the one jumping in.
Buddy's like, no man,
No man. In
Yeah.
no way. I sent her the invite to speak in the panel today. I was like, yeah, will she accept it? Well, she didn't.
I love it when Buddy and Kev talk, because if anybody's seen Game of Thrones, and it's like you feel like you're on the wall, ready to handle the wildlings, and Buddy and and General Kev like there next to you. It's, she sat at the side of me.
Okay, Anx.
Like the wildling, yeah. Are we ready?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
ready. We're ready. We gave them time. Everybody placed their wallets on the chat. These are the ones that wanted to
Nice.
participate. So
How
we got
many
15
races are
duckies.
we doing?
We're doing one race, 2 minutes. A single race.
We're doing one race, single race.
Yes, single
and we're
race.
giving to first, second,
Three.
and third places.
Yes, exactly. First, second. and
Okay, I like that because then I can then we can go sleep. I've got a splinter in my hand. I've got to go upstairs and ask Mrs. Funk to doctor me.
Perfect. Okay, you want a commentary this one?
Yeah, I'll
or-
do it, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm
go.
ready. Let's
Perfect.
go. Let's go.
Okay, set. We got funny duckies.
Redneck wildlings.
Pew, 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 pew.
Right now we got them ducks coming on them down them Buddykins. She's over there pulling for she got them. One of them newfangled purple ducks, General Kev down the bottom there. Where's the one of them newfangled brown? That's a brown jacket over there. I think you found it in the loo or something like that. That thing full of poop. Buddykins taking the lead over there. It says, yeah, Twisted Stinkers come. Ooh, I just noticed that Twisted Tinker's got a rainbow unicorn duck. There's got B at the top. I think it's got B. See, it's got B in a B outfit. Got B. And B at the bottom. Oh, it's Donald Beak. Beetled Duck. Beetled Duck. Yeah. What's that? Taking later, shouting later, over there. Gummies at the top, gummies, things that got B, and Sheshy's over there. Sheshy saying to herself, I'm a purple duck. I'm not going to be beaten by anybody. But Buddykins at the back there, dropping at the back there. Midnight Cat Lady sitting there, pulling up over there at the top there. There's Dork at the top there. Dork, followed by Mr. Console. Mr. Console's got a funny hat on and that's a nice hat. But Gummy is still coming second place, and then Sheshy. Sheshy with Midnight Cat Lady. I think the super lady with a little bit of a fringe with his glasses. Not sure entirely, but there's Buddykins right there behind Midnight Cat Lady. Mama Star, that B, Donald B over there, that bubbling back, enjoy 1, 2, that. Oh, there's something about to happen. We're going to the last stretch over here. Looks like who's going to pull forward now? We're looking at Marvin Star is starting to take the. Oh, no, something froze. Okay, it's Warrior Cat. She's coming. Warrior Cat is pulling forward over there. What's going on? Oh, Yuckers, Buddykins is going to take the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Buddykins is the champion. Buddykins. I said Buddykins. Then in first place, we got Buddykins. In second, Hamad. And that Warrior Cat is there. Won the race over here. And for our next trick, we're going to pull a rabbit out of our bottom. Unfortunately, Mavis came fourth. Marvin Star in the fifth place, sixth place. Makes best beats. 7 B, but I can't say enjoy 1, 2. Seems like the poor got B dropped right off the and ladies and gentlemen, what a brilliant race. And now to our fellow commentator, Mr. Senior Choice. Yes.
Uncle, you're legendary. Thank you so much for that commentary. That was hilarious. Go get doctored by your wife and rest for a while, long as you deserve it. You've been awake from. I was awake late night, and I was like, "What time is it on South Africa?" Like 3 a.m. And you were active. And what time is it in South Africa? And then you were like, "Oh, it's 5 a.m." And you were active. Like, do you even, bro?
Yeah, I bro a little bit.
All right,
Um,
Young. So I'm gonna go announce the winners on Discord and send them their rare, cool-looking, and powerful in-game towers so they can level up. Boodykins,
Wonderful.
Ahmad,
Senior Choice.
Warrior Cat.
You're doing such a great job, man.
Happy
You
to
are the bestest community lead that ever leaded bestedly community lead.
It's because I have the best community to lead.
Yeah, no, we're very happy to have you in our senior leadership. Senior leadership.
Happy to work with you, Hunks, and with all of the amazing team, and happy to get to know the ladies better every week. And like I'm telling you, that they all said it one way or another. It's you who got them involved, and it's you who started this movement. And I know
Stop.
you're not gonna stop now. We got a lot to achieve and lots to do, but we'll continue.
Yeah, we are blessed, man. We are wonderful, 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 wonderful team, man. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful team. So the senior, you are one of the senior leaders.
Senior leader.
Senior Choice. He is one of the senior leaders, they say.
This is a community that leads you to lead.
Awesome. Okay. God bless you, everybody. And remember, you know what, Senior Choice? We're having such fun. Why don't we just do another race? What do you think? And hand out some other stuff. What do you think of that?
Okay. You got them mighty.